ended up losing to the Sparks on, I believe it was Friday, and a lot of people are gonna point to different things why we lost that game. By the way, we lost 87-92. To me, just strictly foul trouble with foul trouble. Obviously, a couple people went off on the other team. Cameron Brink had like 17, only missed like 2 shots. Derek Hamby almost had a triple double. NECA had like 20 and 12, something like that. And Erica Wheeler had also a good game, near double double. So I think we got in foul trouble very early. Both of our bigs couldn't play at the same time because early on, Shakira Austin got 2 fouls early. Really got 3 fouls in like the first half, and then Kiki Arifin, she also had was in foul trouble. They both playing like 4 fouls into the fourth, so it's like they barely could play together. And I'm not gonna say we didn't have a rhythm because we still was in the game. But I think the key to us being in the games and the thing we need to do moving forward is put the ball in Sonia Citron's hands very early. Make her more aggressive very early. I think a flaw of hers, at least for me, to where I see her playing, is that she's just not aggressive early. And when she's not aggressive early, they'll definitely use her in the fourth to try to become more aggressive. But I think you need that flow throughout the game. You can't just like be passive through two to three quarters and then like turn up towards the end. You gotta just be aggressive throughout. I'm not saying you gotta like go out and try to score all the points because this game I believe she had like 24-8 or something, 24-7, something close to that. And yeah, I just believe like if you put the ball in her hands, it's gonna be more effective. She has the highest gravity in the league. We don't know gravity, just that where when you're on the court or I believe the ball's in your hands, the defense attracts you. And I believe when you're the highest, when you have the highest percentage of that, right, of that stat, you just need the ball in your hands. Because why would we put it in anybody else's hands? Like, don't get me wrong, I love Georgia anymore, but she just isn't. To me, just not a scorer. At least not yet. She's not an efficient scorer yet. I think she's a good play first point guard right now. I think she does that very well. But overall, I think. Yeah, I think we need to put the ball in Sonia Chitron's hands way more for her to like at least make some decisions. I think Georgia Amore is a great decision maker for like to me a kind of undersized guard. Um, I wouldn't take out the starting lineup. I know she had a bad game. She had 1.0 for 7. She had more points. She had more turnovers than points. She had more fouls than points. Yeah, it was a tough game. But I just don't think you take out a starting lineup. If you do, I wouldn't mind having Flores come in for her. But I don't think I would take out a starting lineup. Michaela, I feel like she's aggressive sometimes. Kiki and Shakira. I believe those are aggressive people on our teams, but for the most part, Georgia Amore very passive. Almost a passive aggressive. I didn't even say that. Georgia Amore very, very passive. Sonia Citron very passive. But like you could see Sonia Citron actually could like not be passive, if you know what I mean. Like she can actually be more aggressive. Based on personality too, she's just a very passive person. I don't think there's a problem with that, but just like I believe on the court you just gotta be more aggressive, gotta take your shots, I would use her as a point guard, not primarily, but most of the time. Especially when we need something and not just wait until the fourth. So I think you need to do it throughout quarters, mix it up. I just don't believe that we do it enough. But yeah, I think Foucher really got us. It's hard to like get a full the game when you're in foul trouble. But I do like these rotations that we're running. Basically the bench unit. I believe we need to give more minutes to Cody McMahon. So even with our bigs in foul trouble, which that was an issue. Cody McMahon and Angela, I can't remember her name. Dugalich? Let's just say Dugalich. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Cody McMahon and Angela Dugalich only played 5 and 6 minutes each. I believe with 2 of your bigs like out, I think I'm not saying they could play big, but with Lauren Betts there, and you could bring both not both of them in at the same time, obviously, but you bring one of them in for 1 minute. I think 5 minutes is bad, but they did play. What's the girl's name? They played Dougalese like 25 minutes, which I don't have a problem with. I think she played okay. I don't think she did anything bad. I think she was a pretty decent, subbing for when we was in foul trouble. But it's Prosper and McMahon who played only 5 and 6 minutes each. I think you need to up those minutes. Flores put a good contribution in, but I just think it's the same thing I was reiterating last week. We just don't have spacing. Not, I don't think it's even spacing. We just don't have shooting. Because there was a point in third quarter where I think we were down by 2, maybe 3. Maybe we were down by a couple points. It wasn't that big of a lead in the third quarter. And then it's like every time we came down, we were shooting the ball, which last week I didn't say, not last week, but last time I made the video, I did say, yeah, we need to do more of that. And we did do more of that. And I do, I do appreciate us doing that. But I think the problem is that we just wasn't making them. We maybe came down and shot the ball from 3 like 5 straight times. And we just wasn't making any of them, which, that's a big ish for me. But damn, bro, we got like, I don't know, man. It's tough when I'm like, oh yeah, we gotta take more shots, and we take more shots, and we're just not making them. And it's like, I don't know. At that point, I'm like, yeah, we just gotta go downhill. And we gotta create something in the paint or in the midi, somewhere else. We just gotta start shooting from 3 because nobody was hitting in that span of like 2 to 3 minutes, bro. I was like, this is horrible. The game did come down to a last second shot. It was kind of a miscommunication on the defense end. It wasn't a last second shot, really. It was like a shot clock. It was like a screen. It was kind of like a pick and pop where I think maybe Erica Wheeler and NECA and Kiki Air from the Shakira Austin kind of they both dropped. I don't really know what the miscommunication was there, but they both dropped, and then the NECA hit a 3. They won it by 3, and then we got the ball. And we took probably the worst shot we could have took. It was a Kiki air from 3 for, I believe, air ball. Yeah, I just believe we needed, like I said, we gotta find a way to get the ball in our best player's hands. Kiki's one of our best players, but I'm not saying she shouldn't be shooting threes, but to tie the game, I'm not really trusting a Kiki 3 person. I'm not trusting any of my bigs to shoot a 3 in the last minutes of the game, especially crunch time down by 3. I'm not really trusting. I'm putting that in one of my guards' hands, or even fucking Michaela. I'll put it in her hands too. Or not really put it in her hands. I'll give her the ball too. But you need to put it in one of your guards' hands. Put it in Georgia's hands. Put it in Sonia's hands, and let them make a play. And I'm like I can't remember the exact play, but I'm sure they tried to make a play, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, man. I'm not mad when we're in winnable games. Like the only games I really got mad at was that Dallas Wings game we got blown out and that Seattle Storm game we got blown out. I just don't like getting like when we get blown out. That just shows no fight from us. Like when we're in games and we lose close games, it hurts. But I'm perfectly fine with losing close games. I just don't want to be. Blowouts are just embarrassing. It just shows no fight from your team. It's just bad. But yeah, man. I don't know what we do different. Do we take Georgia out the starting lineup? I don't think so. I think you keep her in. I think she had a really bad game this game, from the field at least. Like I said, I think she's a great play first point guard. But yeah, man, I think I don't know. I think we're gonna be good. I think we face the Chicago Sky on Tuesday. This video probably go out on Monday. It's current. Not will it go out Monday? It's Monday now. I don't know. Probably go out like on Tuesday or something. But we face Chicago Sky on tomorrow. I'll probably get this video out before that game goes up. And I believe we could beat them. They're a very beatable team. They play hard. They're dealing with some injuries. So hopefully you'll be able to take advantage of that. I'll be honest. I didn't have like much for Chicago Sky this season. But I'll be honest. They started the season pretty well. They're playing pretty well. Skylar Diggins, Camila Cardosa. Almost like Grievous Vasquez. I'm thinking of fucking Jaquez on that team. They have a few good players on the team that I really like watching. To be honest, I don't know. There's something about that organization I really don't like. I don't like how it's run. I don't like how I don't like anything about that team. But I do like some of the players on that team. So you gotta respect great players when they're there. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for us. We kind of exercise everything. If you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, um, comment, all that shit. Do all that shit. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.